right, Matthew?
Yes.
Your mouth is saying yes. But and there he is. Finished his last order of business. Just send.
Business is finished, baby.
Boop.
African Lion Safari. Dude, I saw a thing on TikTok yesterday. Don't know if it's true. I've been looped in a couple things. They're building the Frozen world.
Where? Like a Disney area?
Yeah, at Hollywood Studios, right next to, right behind Toy Story Land. Next, like if this is Star Wars and Toy Story Land, I think it's like right here.
I didn't know that.
And they say you can see it if you
believe hard enough.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if it's California. Is there a ride in Toy Story Land that, like, you go up high and down? Not Slinky. Is there like a parachute, green guy
like
parachute
a drop ride?
Kind of.
Oh man. Yeah.
There is.
Where is that?
Is that in California or is that in Florida?
I don't think it's in Florida. No, it's
Okay.
not in Florida.
Then that's not where they're building.
Okay, wherever that is.
Frozen Land.
Follow the clues. Follow the clues.
That when you're up high,
Yeah.
you can see it being built.
That would be a good ride for them to have in Florida.
But I've been getting a lot of Disney TikToks lately. That was one of them, and fascinated, as people know. I'm a fan of Disney World. I like all the things that they do.
Of course.
So a couple things I'm going to rip off here before I get to my main point. One, did you know that they put a what's the singing frog from Splash Mountain?
Briar Frog.
They put a Briar Frog statue in the pet cemetery at Haunted Mansion as a homage to.
I didn't see that. That's cool.
Yeah. What was my next thing on the list? Oh, they were gonna make the Rock and Roller Coaster into a Muppets roller coaster.
They are making the Aerosmith roller coaster. They're making that into a Muppets roller coaster.
Officially not anymore.
What do you mean?
They canceled the Muppets roller coaster. They're keeping
Fuck.
Aerosmith. They said that there wasn't enough. There was too much negative feedback about the change.
Well, that's fucking stupid. That's ridiculous.
Really? I like
that ride too, but I think that the Muppets would have been awesome as well. Aerosmith, look, I like Aerosmith a lot, but
unless TikTok was lying to me, but I saw it yesterday.
Fuck, that sucks ass if that's true.
Well, you look it up. No, I'll look it up. Because I'll give you my final, I guess, note that I had was I saw a thing that said that in Animal Kingdom, like on the safari ride, the rocks where the lions always hang out are air-conditioned rocks, and that's why the lions always hang out there, and they do that so that the lions are out and about when people are on the safari.
Yep.
That's true?
Yeah.
They got air-conditioned rocks?
They sure do, man.
Yeah, see? Officially
the Muppet
canceled.
Rock and Roller Coaster re-theme is officially canceled. The ride will stay themed to Aerosmith for the time being.
Lack of excitement and interest in the Muppet version of the ride. Told you.
That's ridiculous. For one, not true, because plenty of people were. This is an awful thing for them to do. I think. Look, I like Aerosmith, but it's not like they're the most popular band. You know, I mean, they do have some pretty good tunes.
Stretch limo.
Okay, you know what? The fact that they're going to have to keep that video now, I do like, because that's a great. Wait a minute, that gives me an idea, or whatever he does in there. I like the way he puts his hand on his forehead.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, it's a great roller coaster without a doubt, and it's always fun having something playing in your ears when when you're on something like that. But the Muppets roller coaster, I think, would have been really, really cool. And
I think you could have
visuals would have been different.
I think that you could have. I agree that you could have made it very cool, being Muppets themed. I think there's a problem. I think it goes twofold. I think there becomes a stigma where, one, people will then think it's a children's ride from both perspectives. Like, adults will be like, hey, I'm going to bring my kids on the Muppets ride, and then their kids are going to die. And then also adults are going to be like, I'm not going on the Muppets ride.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's a good reason.
There's plenty of
there's
what? That's not a reason to not do it. Like that's a bad reason to not do it because I imagine that you have that is a potential issue with every single ride. That's why they have ride descriptions in the maps. That's why they have height things at the beginning of those.
Yes.
They even have signs posted like you're going on. This is a thrill ride. They have that on all sorts of rides.
Yeah, but they put that on some not that thrill rides. That is a thrill ride though. I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the same thing. Are they still changing the Tower of Terror? Assault and SWAT.
They changed
the one in
California. They're not changing the Florida one.
Okay.
They only changed the California one. Florida one's here to stay. Now, do you think that Aerosmith is more relevant than the Muppets? Because that's not true. The Muppets.
Ooh,
you're also not as plugged into the Muppets.
That though. 90% of things you allow me to give an opinion on, I have an opinion within seconds.
Yeah.
That one will stop and make you think.
But I think if you do take that moment to think about it, you'll find that the Muppets are definitely more relevant than Aerosmith. It's not like Steven Tyler's even a judge on American Idol. He hasn't been a judge on American Idol in like a goddamn decade. That's the last time people really saw him. I don't even know when the last time Aerosmith toured is, if they are touring. Nobody knows. But the Muppets, they had a show. Oh. They had a Disney Plus show like last year. It's been a while since they've had a movie in theaters, certainly. But they also had a Halloween. They've been doing stuff with the Muppets on Disney Plus since the streaming service started. So. What are you looking at?
So I asked ChatGPT who's more relevant who's currently more relevant, the Muppets or Aerosmith? And here's the problem, is that ChatGPT, I don't know if you ever had this bone to pick with ChatGPT, but sometimes it's just blatantly wrong.
Yeah.
So it says, quick answer comes up, when it comes to current relevance 2025's, the Muppets are more front and center than Aerosmith. And then it goes into tell you why.
Oh, no.
The Muppets riding the wave in 2025. Disney is giving the renewed spotlight rock and roll roller coaster at Walt Disney World of reimagination as a Muppets attraction, replacing Aerosmith. Then the second one is their long-running attraction Muppet Vision 3D closed on June 7th, marking an end of an era. But then to celebrate their 70th anniversary, the Muppets are featuring on Marvel Comics variant covers throughout October 2025.
That's right.
Reimagining characters like Kermit as Thor or the Swedish Chef as Wolverine.
Yeah, I actually.
But pretty much the whole thing is these moves show Disney's renewed investment in the Muppets brand,
which they do every few cycles, every few quarters. Disney does something new to new revamped version of the Muppets.
But all of the reasons that ChatGPT says that the Muppets are currently more relevant is because...
Yeah, ChatGPT's got to catch up, but here, let me show you, because I actually just ordered these last week.
It's at October.
Yeah, but you got to pre-order everything.
Oh yeah, I see him as Wolverine.
Yeah, you got the Swedish Chef as Wolverine. The band is the Avengers. Let's see if we can get a larger photo. Nope.
If you click that first photo.
This one?
Yeah, and then left, click it, left, and then click open image and new tab. Down. There you go.
Thanks, man.
Now click that other tab.
I did click the wrong thing.
No, you didn't. See? There you go.
Cool. Look at that. Sam the Eagle. That's
cool.
Most underrated Muppet.
That is cool. Who's that as Silver Surfer? Gonzo?
Yeah, Gonzo's a Silver Surfer. That's the one where I was like, fuck, I need that. So now I love this one. This is Hulk #1. Let's see. Hulk #1. Wolverine #1. Captain America 100, maybe.
So they're coming out with the original
4.
book, but with the cover this art.
No. So they're just variant covers for like the regular issues that they're putting out this month. So like Hulk, this is for Hulk number 30, which is just it's time for Hulk number 30.
The cover is an homage to Hulk
but
number 1.
But you can get it with a special cover.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Same with all these.
But that's what I'm saying. But the inside of the book is new. The outside of the book is an homage to an old cover.
An old book. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are great. I don't know which one. This must be like The Thing number 1 or something from back in the day. I don't know what that one is.
That one stinks.
That's it. Fozzie's cool, man. Fozzie's cool as hell.
Fozzie Bear?
Yeah. You don't like Fozzie?
I don't. Listen, I'm not talking.
You got any opinions on the Muppets, Matthew? You got like a favorite Muppet or anything like that?
Yeah, what's his name? I said his name earlier.
Kermit?
No.
Gonzo?
Gonzo.
Yeah.
I like Gonzo.
Gonzo's a great favorite
and
Muppet.
I like the old guys.
Oh, yeah, those guys are the best.
Yeah.
Statler and Waldorf.
And they're just like random humans in the Muppet universe, you know?
You gotta love when there's like a human-coded Muppet. Like even Swedish Chef.
But at least like you can't see his eyes and he talks, you know.
You don't see Swedish people as human beings. Let's not open that can of worms again. I got a little juice left in there, man.
Me and Europe aren't getting along these days.
Yeah. Classic. Just like your hero.
There goes who's my hero?
I'll leave that up to the people.
I understand what you're saying.
I'll leave that up to the people.
Disavow.
I'll leave that. A lot of people have it. Mickey Rourke.
Dude.
Folks, it's hot out there, okay? It means you're going to be wanting to enjoy the weather while you can. Hang out with some friends. Get into some pool parties, some barbecues, whatever it is. And when you get invited to those things, you don't want to show up empty-handed. That's crazy, all right? Good news is, even if you plan something last minute or you forget that last minute thing from the grocery store, you don't have to turn around and go back, okay? Instacart can save your ass, all right? Because with Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. Speaking personally, getting my groceries delivered has totally changed the game for me. You can knock stuff off your to-do list while the groceries are just coming, and you don't have to think about it, and you don't have to go to the grocery store, which we all know is the worst. Those places are chaos. People bumping their carts. God, it makes me so mad. And the parking lots, don't get me started. That's not the point. The point is this. Improve your life by using Instacart. But the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start making things easier on yourself and start using Instacart today. Folks, want to do something nice for yourself, you can check out all the great merch that we have got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Pint glasses, bucket hats, mugs, fanny packs, notebooks, slides, did I say? I don't know. We've got so much stuff I can't even keep track. Hoodies, long sleeves, the t-shirts. My God, the t-shirts. I love the t-shirts. Tri-blend material. I was wearing it. I was working in my garden just last week, wearing my Two in the Cooler shirt, representing, because, you know, the thing about these shirts is tri-blend material keeps the cool side cool and the hot side hot, you know what I mean? So it's good for working out in the garden. Neighbor sees me, hey, that shirt there, very nice material, doesn't look like the usual kind you get from podcasts or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're absolutely right, sir, because most of the times those places, you know, they're trying to make a buck. They, like, mass print these things on that Gildan brand, and it fits like a cardboard box, and it's disgusting. But not with us, okay? Don't even take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself. Hit the link in the episode description. Again, that's snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this podcast, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com to see how you can start reaching tens of thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Podcasting, it's cool. It's carved out its own little niche for itself. Not even a niche anymore. I mean, you look at companies like McDonald's and State Farm and Nissan. I mean, every car company basically now is advertising on podcasts. And it's cool to see companies of that size move into the space, you know, away from more traditional stuff like TV and that sort of thing. Because typically these companies are the ones who will advertise on the Super Bowl and stuff like that. So it says a lot that they are starting to move into podcasting. The problem is there hasn't really been any room for smaller or, you know, even local businesses to get in on that piece of the pie. But that's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. So, again, if you're interested in all the benefits of podcast advertising, understanding why these massive companies are moving into it themselves, hit us up. Reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com.
Listen, I had one other thing that I had scheduled in my brain to talk about today.
Please.
So, Saturday, I was at the Crystal Beach Rodeo. They have a rodeo in Crystal Beach. And
is this your first rodeo, by the way?
I don't know. Maybe.
Classic. Good answer. Good rodeo answer.
Yeah, could be. So, we spent all day at the beach, at Crystal Beach, and then we went to the rodeo. And by the time we got to the rodeo, it was pretty much ending. Like the, rodeoing was ending. Like the whoosh and the lassoing and stuff like that, and the bull riding. But they have like live bands that go all night and like food trucks and beer tents and stuff like that. So they had a mechanical bull, and I am a sucker for a mechanical bull. I just think it's fun.
Yeah.
Like I just think it is genuinely a good time to get on a mechanical bull. So we're there for a little bit, and I'm like done waiting. I'm going to get on this mechanical bull. So I get some tickets from the mechanical bull, and there's 2 girls running this mechanical bull. Like I'm talking like 9, maybe 10-year-old girls solo running this entire mechanical bull.
Yep.
Their parents were working the bar.
They're old enough.
So exactly. So nobody was really riding the mechanical bull. So they were like at this time, sun was still out. So they were like riding it themselves, like, and one would like work it, and I start talking to their dad, and they both like rock. I mean, they're rodeo folk. They both ride. So they're like, riding this thing and like hanging on. So I get up there, I get on the bull, and my girlfriend's talking to these 2 little girls, and they're dying laughing. And so I know this isn't going to end well for me. So I've never really looked at the board of a mechanical bull, but from the sounds of it, there's like 4, like it's not like the old school where you like control it, There's like 4 like buttons, like easy, medium, hard, like expert essentially. And so I get on this thing, it's at a dead stop. They're dying laughing. Instantly, boom, this little 9-year-old girl clicks the expert button from a dead stop, and it just fucking sends me flying.
Oh, my God.
Like, instantly. And they're dying laughing. I'm like, no, come on, give me another try. She's like, okay, get back on there. Instantly, boom, hit the expert button. And, like, this time I'm, like, really trying to stay on. Can't get it. I get, like, again, maybe a second and a half. And not just like, oh, I slipped. Like, I get chucked off as if it was a real bull. Like, I'm getting sent over the front of it. So I think after those 2, I was like, all right, I gotta wait till somebody else comes and starts working this bull, because this is not fun. It's actually very painful. So then I go back to the bull again in a little bit, and girls are still there, and they're like, teaching me like how to do it. They're like, they're like, you're just trying to hold on with your hand. You gotta like use your legs and engage your core and like really stay on the bull, which I'm like, in my mind I was doing, but I'm like, okay, so I get on this thing, and like now I'm ready to really try. Like I'm like, and boom, hammers the button. They start dying laughing instantly again, directly over the front, like 4 feet in the air, full front flip straight on my back. And I'm like, come on. I'm like, you guys can't give me like, I'm like, it's fine if you want to see me get thrown off and go to expert mode. Can you like ease me into it so it doesn't go from a dead stop to just the hardest jerking motion you've ever felt in your life? So they're like, okay. So I get on this bull, and they give me like maybe 3 seconds of like medium, and then instantly back to expert. But at that point, like I was able to like at least feel a couple. So long story short, I mean, I still maybe was on there for like 6-7 seconds. Like it wasn't long, and it absolutely yeeted me off again. I think in total I rode it 5 times. I have so many bruises, like from like my groin down to like my knee, from like trying to be on this bowl and then just instantly getting like thrown one direction hard and like smacking and then flying. Like black and blue all the way up and down my leg.
Good Lord.
And the reason that I bring this up is because I think it's bullshit that those 9-year-old girls were running this bowl. Because I can endure some pain, and I had a couple cocktails too, so that, makes it a little less painful at the time. I mean, if they did that to somebody else, they were going to kill somebody. I think I might have been the only person to ride that bull all night besides like them
because everybody else knew that.
Yeah, like those little girls were just gonna fuck somebody up, and I just apparently was their target that night. They're probably sitting at home right now, dying laughing at what they did to me.
Just rolling around in all that rodeo cash.
Yeah, $5 a ride.
$5 a ride.
$5 a ride.
So you spent $25.
$25,
and you were on the bowl for
away in
a total
pain.
of less than 10 seconds.
I would say 13 seconds in total.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're ever gonna ride a mechanical bull, you got to trust the person that's operating it. That's my new rule. I'm gonna have to vet the people that are operating mechanical bulls before I get on.
That's not a bad rule. I haven't been on a mechanical bull since we were like little kids. Do you remember that place in Florida we used to go? Old Town.
Old
Town
is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was like a little permanent carnival. I wouldn't even call it an amusement park, really.
It was not. But it did have those bungee trampolines, and I don't think we ever did them, but I always wanted to, because I think like you could buy tickets for rides, but then that was like cash. You had to pay cash
they had
to do the
a
bungee
slingshot too. One of where you sit in it and they slingshot you.
I think they did. I think they did.
I'd never felt the desire to go on one of those.
Neither have I until recently, and now I kind of want to try a slingshot.
I mean, I'd definitely do it.
Like, as of late, I've had a desire, because I see videos of people on slingshots. I guess I've just been on amusement park TikTok, because I also saw they're opening a new roller coaster at Cedar Point, which I've never been to Cedar. Have you been to Cedar Point?
No.
Neither have I, but everybody that's been to Cedar Point is like, oh my God, Cedar Point.
Yeah, they love it.
And in my head, I'm always like, dude, like, all right, this is going to be mean. I feel like people that were like, dude, you got to go to Cedar Point were people that never went to like Disney World or Universal Studios.
That's correct. Because that's what Cedar Point is there for. It's so that you can have a fun place to go.
And I always thought in my head when people were like, dude, you got to go to Cedar Point, I always be like, I feel like you're just saying that because you've never been to
maybe
Disney Universal. But
it's a different experience, certainly.
Well, people say it's like Cedar Point is all about the roller coasters.
Yeah, it's all about the coasters.
So now it makes me want to be back in on Cedar Point. I'd like to experience Cedar Point. They had that one that was like the the dragster for a while.
Is that what it was?
Remember that? And it was
I know they had like the best,
you go like
the best, biggest,
super fast, and then just like straight up, and like sometimes you don't make it to the top and you come back down, but if you do make it to the top, you just go straight back down.
Yeah.
I guess they have a new one that's like you go up and then it does that thing that rides do now where it like
the
turns
tracks.
itself. Yeah, the tracks, like you get to a point on the tracks and then the track goes like this.
Yeah.
It's like the highest 90-degree angle drop in like North America or something, and like the fastest or something.
America. What about jumping off the Grand Canyon?
Facts.
Yeah.
And
it's in your own backyard.
It looks
you're
cool.
You're only jumping off the Grand Canyon because you've never been to Disney World.
Yeah. If you've been to Disney World, you wouldn't jump. If you've been on the Hulk, you wouldn't jump off the Grand Canyon.
The Hulk, man. The last couple times we went there, the Hulk was not open. That's another reason to go.
They just built a new roller coaster too.
Well, they built all that epic stuff. It's all different over there now at Universal.
Yeah, but they're building a new coastie right in the main joint.
Okay.
Don't know what it is. I'm sure you could look it up.
Yeah.
Don't care too. What do you got today?
What do I got?
Yeah.
Not too much, pal. I had McDonald's for lunch.
Ooh, what? Snack wrap?
I did not get the snack wrap.
Have you had one since they've been back?
I've never had a snack wrap in my life.
Do you remember I used to eat a lot of snack wraps?
Man, you used to eat a lot of stuff. I can't keep track of that.
Yeah, I think I've had 4 snack wraps since they've been back.
Well, what I like is they have the chicken strips that go in the snack wraps, so I'll get those. Now let me ask you this, because it's the same chicken. What I found with eating the McDonald's chicken strips is the burps I get are fucking insane as far as a disgusting point. Have you found that with the snack wraps? Or
I
does
think
the...
that's just like you have like an acid reflux type scenario.
All right, maybe I got some stuff going on, but
I'm not
felt
a big.
You're not a big burper?
I'm a big burper.
You got to get that out some way,
I feel like the only
man.
time I really am burping is like if I'm drinking something fast that's carbonated.
That's not healthy, man. You got to get that out of you. You got to get the demons out, boy.
I don't know.
You got to have yourself a snack wrap.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Get
I
those
do. I have
demons
had
out.
snack. Well, I know what else they have. So the snack wrap's probably been out for a month, and I know I just said I've had 4 snack wraps, and my next sentence was about to be like, I don't really eat much fast food anymore, which is true. But when the snack wrap came back, I went there twice because
It was a big deal.
yes, exactly, and I got 2 each time.
When did it go away? How many years has it been?
2016, maybe.
That sounds
maybe
about
even
right.
Before then, but so on the McDonald's topic, I went to McDonald's on Sunday morning. Well, it was like Sunday at 10:30, because my girlfriend wanted some McDonald's, and we were on our way back from the Crystal Beach Rodeo. So we're gonna go stop through McDonald's. So I get in the drive-through line. Then we get up there, and I really wasn't gonna get McDonald's, but then we get up there, and I thought 10:30 was the breakfast cutoff, so I was prepared to order lunch. Weekends it's 11 apparently at this specific McDonald's. So then my girlfriend was like, "Well, I don't want." Is that thunder?
Thunder.
Yeah, the thunder. She's like, "Well, I don't want McDonald's breakfast. Like, I just wanted like McDonald's." I'm like, "Well, I'm in the drive-thru, and now I kind of want McDonald's breakfast." They have a new spicy sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
Spicy. Oh, the sausage itself is spicy.
No, it's a spicy sauce.
Ugh, okay.
So I ordered 2 of them
Obviously.
and a hash. And I order them, and the guy's like, "Make sure everything on the board looks correct. You wanted the spicy sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, right?" And I'm like, "Yep." And I get home with my food, no egg. Just
You got it. That's a classic McDonald's mistake.
he asked me. He said, "Look at the board and make sure it's right. You wanted the sausage, egg, and cheese spicy McMuffin." I said, "Yes." And the board said sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin spicy. They just didn't give me my egg. Which, here's the thing. I love sausage and cheese on an English muffin.
Of course.
I used to get them at Tim Hortons all the time. Like, no egg. And sometimes it would piss me off because this is a stupid rant.
I think it's relatable, though. Everyone's experienced it.
A sausage and cheese English muffin at Tim Hortons is a different item than a sausage, egg, and cheese on an English muffin at Tim Hortons. It's 2 different items.
Right.
So I would order it, and then they would get confused, and they would put in sausage, egg, and cheese on an English muffin, no egg. And I would get pissed because I'm like, whoa, 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 you're charging me for egg right now. I don't want a sausage, egg, and cheese on an English muffin, no egg. I want a sausage and cheese on an English muffin, which is it's a different menu item.
Yeah.
That would always drive me nuts. And sometimes if they couldn't figure it out, I would just say, "Give me the egg," because I didn't want them to keep the revenue from that egg that I'm paying for, and I would just take the egg off and throw it out myself. If I'm paying for egg, I'm getting the egg, and then I can decide what to do with it.
That's right. You decide what to do with your own
But that was what I was upset at. Well, 2 things. One, so it was delicious, but I was upset because I paid for the egg, and at the time I wanted the egg because it was spicy with no egg. The egg cuts the spice.
Egg cuts the spice.
You need the egg
Everybody
to cut
knows
the spice.
that. Yep.
I also want to talk about one other breakfast item at McDonald's
Talk about as many as you like.
that I used to get as a child when I would have hockey games like early on Saturdays or Sundays.
Yeah.
When I was really little, Dad and I would go to McDonald's on Saturdays, like after hockey practice. If I had like a 6 a.m. practice, we'd be out of the rink by like 8:30. We'd get McDonald's on the way home. The bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. Have you ever had this from McDonald's?
No.
There's a sauce on it. I don't know what it is.
There's a sauce out there.
It is unbelievable. I'm going to look it up. I
Some
want to call it a
say-
hollandaise. I've never had a hollandaise sauce, but it's like a yellowy sauce.
Some say the sauce recipe is lost to time. Some say it never existed. Legend has it that in those hills there was McDonald's sauce go
Yeah,
on your bagel.
The sauce on a McDonald's bacon, egg, and cheese bagel is a cheesy mayonnaise-based sauce with a hint of dill and lemon.
That sounds hollandaise-esque,
It's-
as I understand
It's
it.
often described as a modified hollandaise sauce.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, Andy, this sauce will change your life.
I don't know, man. I've had sauces change my life before. I don't know if I can handle it another time. The first time you have,
Really
but
good
although
sauce.
first time you have Chick-fil-A sauce, that'll change your blood type right there.
Yeah, I do like Chick-fil-A sauce.
Best of the
Hey,
best.
All right, if we're talking, I'm gonna be so hungry, and I don't have time to be hungry today. Have you ever had Chick-fil-A breakfast?
No, the only time I've only been to Chick-fil-A early enough for breakfast once, and I was like, "Can I have chicken strips?" And they're like, "Yeah, man, no
Wait,
problem."
I thought you didn't have Chick-fil-A breakfast on your bachelor party?
No,
Somebody brought it back to the place.
not to my recollection. Even so, I probably asked for chicken strips.
Either way, they have a few core breakfast menu items.
Of course.
The first is their breakfast burrito,
Mm.
and it's breakfast burrito. So it's egg, cheese, potato. There's potato in it, which I like. And then you can get 3 meats. You can get You could pick from 3 meats. You can get a sausage one, a bacon one, or you can get a fried chicken one.
Mm.
It is a 12 out of 10 breakfast burrito. It is so good, Andy. This fried chicken breakfast burrito, you got to try it. Their core item is the chicken biscuit,
Yeah.
which is literally just their chicken sandwich on a biscuit instead of on a roll.
Yeah.
Also delicious, not breakfast. And then I think they have a yogurt parfait. Like that's their breakfast.
Biscuits make it breakfast. That's the rule, man.
So in some places, yes, but I would say specifically in the South, disagree because they're always eating biscuits.
I don't
feel
know,
like.
man. Biscuit makes it a breakfast.
I don't think so.
Biscuit makes
That's
it a
not true.
breakfast.
Was Red Lobster breakfast?
Yep.
I just
A
totally,
fisherman's
I just
breakfast.
fucking stumped your
A
ass.
fisherman's breakfast. A pirate's breakfast.
I just
shrimp.
ruined you with that comment because you know you're only going to Red Lobster for the biscuits.
All right, now here's the deal. I'm talking if ye have, you got me thinking about my fish
My boy's in
breakfast.
pirate
boy. You're
mode. My
bringing
boy's
it.
in pirate
I'm in
mode.
pirate mode. You're bringing it out of me. If ye be having a sandwich where the bun is a biscuit, that's breakfast. There's different kinds of biscuits. Fuck, I feel like I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm losing my thread. But the Red Lobster biscuits, okay, that's not breakfast. But it's because the biscuit is a side in that situation. Like you go to Popeyes or KFC, if you get the biscuit as a side, that does a side biscuit does not a breakfast make.
But if a sandwich
But
is
if
on
a
a
sandwich
biscuit,
is on a biscuit, the only time you need a sandwich biscuit
is for breakfast.
is for breakfast.
I'll give you some validity to that. Sandwich biscuit does scream breakfast.
Sandwich biscuit
You
makes
get a
for
biscuit at
breakfast.
Tim Hortons
for
on
breakfast.
a sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's breakfast.
Which I used to like, but not anymore.
Me neither.
Did you used to like them?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're not the same. They're
Everything changes,
too
man.
dried out.
Only thing that stays the same is how everything changes.
Did
Maybe.
you I'm guessing the answer is no, but did you happen to see any of the Hard Knocks from last night?
No, I did not. I did not even know that the Bills were the team selected this year. What an interesting pick.
Yeah. Yeah, so there used to be a lot of rules regarding Hard Knocks. Like if you were a playoff team or if you had a first-year head coach, you couldn't be in Hard Knocks. And I'm pretty sure they just did away with. I think maybe the first-team head coach one might stand. But I think the playoff rule they just did away with because I think they were like, dude, nobody wants to watch the same 6 teams
Yeah,
in Hard
right,
Knocks
right,
all
right.
the time, right? So Epi 1 came out last night, stayed up, watched the premiere. Go
Will
ahead.
you just explain to me a little exactly what Hard Knocks is? It's like a behind-the-scenes documentary that follows the team.
So they do 2 versions of Hard Knocks. They do a training camp and an in-season, but the in-season one is newer. Training camp is like the traditional Hard Knocks.
Got it.
So it's like a live documentary during training camp.
Live.
Like the episode.
Oh, like weekly.
They come out
It's
every
not
week, and it's like they're filming it.
What happened this week?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess it's technically a week set back.
No, I get it.
But it's
not,
like
it's not airing.
Yeah, they don't record it all and then air it. It's like, you're seeing on Twitter like what happened at training camp one day, and then following Tuesday, Hard Knocks premiere. Like the next episode of Hard Knocks comes out, and that's what you're seeing on Hard Knocks. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's behind the scenes documentary of training camp.
And they'll do a different team every year.
They do a different team every year, yeah. So player interviews, camp footage, there's some commentating, there's some narration, more so. I've never been, some people are super into Hard Knocks, like they watch it every year.
Yeah.
I watched like clips of it. I've never been super into Hard Knocks, obviously with being the Bills, like I got to watch it. Episode 1, my takeaway was too positive. But again, I don't watch a lot of Hard Knocks, so I'm wondering if episode 1 of Hard Knocks is always positive.
Right.
And then they get into the nitty-gritty. Because I know sometimes Hard Knocks is not positive whatsoever.
Sure. I mean, they got to show what
they're pretty
what's going on.
Yeah. So my thought for episode 1 is too positive. I need more negativity.
Okay. So do like the top notch players get interviewed?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah, like
cool.
episode 1 was pretty much 80% of episode 1 was about Josh Allen. Maybe not quite 80.
That's cool. Cuz I imagine sometimes sometimes stuff like that, like any media stuff from professional teams, like it's not always the stars who are involved in that.
Yeah, well, they don't have a choice. It's like having to do a press conference,
Right.
So they don't really have a choice. Like that's the thing. Like if your team gets selected, you can't say no.
You can't hide from the cameras.
Yeah, I think the NFL is kind of who.
Yeah, it seems to be like a good thing for them.
Deion Dawkins was like probably the second star.
Cool.
Which was cool because, you know what his hobby is in his free time? I know
Legos?
this. No.
Damn.
Drift car. Like, right.
Drifting cars?
Yeah, like drift
Racing?
car, like racing. I don't know if he actually race, but
Cool.
it's called like snow.
But he drives.
Snow racing. Yeah.
Cool.
So there's a part where like he had an off day from camp and he takes his kids to his like own personal drift car garage, and
Damn.
they're like, "Daddy, we want to take the white one today." And then he puts like one at a time his like 3-year-old daughter in the passenger seat with a helmet on that's 3 sizes too big for her, and he's just absolutely ragdolling her, CTE, shaking baby syndrome, the whole 9 going on in this thing. And but I thought that was an interesting hobby to have.
Yeah.
I guess if you have a lot of money,
I know. Yeah.
you can really do anything as a hobby.
You got to be very lucky
My
to
hobby's
get that hobby.
collecting private jets. Like, I guess if you have the money, you might as well, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Or like, dude, if I ever get like crazy rich, I'm going to become a ship in a bottle collector.
Okay.
But I don't want like ship in a bottle that I can put like on a shelf. Like I want to show up to a marina and there's just full ass boats in like these custom made giant bottles.
How?
Yeah. And I want, you know what too? I lied. I want the giant jars to be preset, like to come pre-assembled, and I want people, full-size humans, walking into the jar to build the boat in the jar as if it was like, you know,
how they really
world.
do. Wow.
That would be a sick fucking hobby.
That is awesome.
And, dude, no, I'm still going. I want to put a motor on the bottle so that if I'm like, hey, you guys want to take one of my boats out? Then we could take the boat out in the bottle.
My God, I see a couple problems with that. For one thing, what if the sunlight hits the glass of the bottle just right, and it has like a magnifying glass effect?
And it burns
it burns the ship. And it's not like you can put out the fire by getting any of the water from around you because you're in the bottle. Then you're smoking yourself out. I don't know, man. It sounds like a big hazard. I wonder how much.
No, we'd have custom. It'd be custom glass. It'd be special glass.
How much would a bottle of that size cost?
That's what I'm saying. If I ever get to the point where it doesn't matter, that's how you're gonna know.
You might be
like,
better
hey, you
want to
go out my boat?
PJs.
Like, hey, you want to come see my boat? And you'd be like, I didn't know you bought a boat.
Yeah,
And
I'll call ahead to the marina so they can uncork it for me.
No, I don't want it ever uncorked.
Well, then how are you gonna get in there?
We'll have a door on the cork.
Cork door. And then you walk through like a cork
You're
hallway.
right, because I kind of do want it corked. I got it. Be like a submarine chamber, where you open one door, so it'll be a fake cork that'll be like a submarine chamber. So you open one door, seal it behind you, and you wait like 4 or 5 minutes till it
God.
repressurizes, and then you go into the jar where the boat is. Because I don't want things getting in my jarred boats.
Inside the bottle has its own atmospheric type of pressure.
I want no atmosphere.
You can't breathe without atmosphere, man.
I want air. All right.
That's
Yeah, I know.
atmosphere.
You're putting me in a corner. Let's do the Hoover of the week.
I want air, but I don't want atmosphere.
I want minimal amounts of air. Like the amount of
Jesus.
air that in the Da Vinci Code when they go in the Vatican archives and it's like super controlled how much oxygen is in the room. That's what I want.
All right, you could do that. Wear a scuba tank onto your boat.
I'm thinking more Sandy Cheek style, just a glass bowl over the head. Yeah.
The Who'd Win of the Week this week is King Julian from Madagascar versus Timon from The Lion King. Timon of Timon and Pumbaa. Go ahead on this one.
So, a couple things. Maurice. That's obviously number one.
Obviously number one.
Number two is King Julian is what?
He's a lemur.
He's a lemur.
He's a ring-tailed lemur.
And
Timon is a meerkat.
Timon is a meerkat. So I'm gonna do a little. I didn't get to do my back end research yet. Wait, sorry.
There's a kind of two sides of the same coin, right? Because the lemurs, they make their home up in the trees. They're swinging on their tails, zaboomafooing around. Meerkats, opposite. They're all about the dirt. Tunnels, digging tunnels. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. That's what the meerkats are all about. And because of that, the meerkats seem to be a lot more skittish than lemurs. Because meerkats are, their whole society is set up to have lookouts,
So
always on the prowl to see if where predators are coming near. Lemurs seem to have the luxury of not having to dedicate that much time to that specific issue.
So meerkats are much smaller than lemurs on average.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, lemurs are somewhere between 2 to 4 feet, including the tail, and weigh 5 to 15 pounds. Meerkats are about 1 to 1.5 feet and weigh about 1 to 2 pounds. Lemurs' strengths are they're much stronger, and they're a little bit more agile. They have really strong back legs.
Yeah.
Meerkats, fast, clever, and they work in groups. Doesn't apply here. Here's what I'll say, just based off of that. I know that the stats, and I'm usually a stats guy, tell us that King Julian wins this fight, lemur over meerkat.
Well, strength-wise, if we're going purely on that.
But here's the thing. I think Timon is, one, very clever. And I think, two, he's had a scrappier life.
Oh, yeah.
You know, King Julian lays around and has, people feed him grapes and all that stuff. Like, he is pampered. He wears a crown. He doesn't understand what it's like to really be out there in the wild. Timon, he's pretty much a survival instructor. You know?
Oh, yeah. I'll say.
So, I think that right there makes the difference. I think even if you're going to say, yeah, maybe King Julian's a little bit stronger. I think, one, King Julian's dumber, and I think that's a huge advantage for Timon. I also think Timon is just going to be a lot scrappier, and he's got a lot more grit. That's the word I'm looking for, grit. King Julian, negative grit, zero grit.
Oh yeah, what's the opposite of sandpaper? Soap.
Lotion.
All right, pretty close. Yeah, Timon, he's quick, he's speedy. He's not as smart as he thinks he is, but he's definitely still smarter than King Julian. And yeah, I think if you look at their personalities, King Julian has never had to fight for anything. Now, I think Timon's initial instinct, as we see, is, if we're talking fight or flight, his initial instinct is flight. But it hasn't stopped him from fighting when his back is totally up against the wall.
So, exactly. And behavior-wise, they're both pretty calm usually, but they can get defensive, specifically over territory.
Oh, yeah.
I do like that. So they give edge. So there's a thing on here that says edge. For lemurs, can leap, cling, and climb. Again, I don't think that necessarily plays as much of a role in this fight, whereas a meerkat, in this case Timon's edge, one of what it says is distraction tactics. And I think that is a huge advantage, especially going against King Julian, because King Julian he's a space cadet. He's easily distracted. He doesn't know how to, focus in on one thing. I'm taking Timon. I'm taking Timon.
I'm going to take Timon as well, because even though, King Julian's the king, like, nobody who follows him really believes in him. Timon, he's not like a leader amongst meerkats or anything, but people do listen to what he has to say, even if it's just Pumbaa.
Yeah, or if it's Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clean sweep for Timon.
Clean sweep for Timon, baby.
Lock that in on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Timon from The Lion King versus King Julian from Madagascar. Andy, we do have to wrap up. I was about to say something. There's a picture of me somewhere out there on the interface, on the interweb, with a lemur captioned King Julian. So maybe find that.
Okay.
That's all I got for today.
Okay.
Closing remarks?
Matt Rife, the comedian?
Yeah, he bought
the Annabelle doll.
I know,
That's
dude.
what I wanted to bring up.
He bought the rights to the house, too. And they're turning it into
like a spooky museum?
No, like you can go and spend the night there.
Ooh, like a hotel?
Yeah, but like only in like the one, like you can rent the house for one night and go like stay there with like your buddies. I'm fucking out on that. Out times a million. I don't understand.
You didn't see a figure or anything, right? How much does a haunted doll go for these days, I wonder?
But dude, the Yak talked about this, and they had the funniest line about Matt Rife. Again, not gonna do it justice, but essentially it was like, somebody was like, why would Matt Rife want to buy that? And somebody was like, I think it was, I don't know if it was KB or Nick Turani, but one of them was like, witch pussy. He was like, I mean, the guy got so successful so quick. He probably, started, generic, tried to get a little bit exotic, and now he's like, I got to step my game up. I'm going after
Casting
witch pussy.
Spells.
Yeah,
Casting spells.
It was very funny. So that's my closing remarks.
Perfect.
Andy,
Sounds good.
I love you.
Love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.